Hello, I'm Russell Inman, and today we are going to talk about the Florissant Valley of Flowers Festival, one of the biggest festivals in the city of Florissant all year. And to join us is Chairperson Laurie.
Hi, Russ.
How are you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. You're the one who's probably under a lot of stress and pressure right now. We're just weeks away from the festival, the parade, and everything that's going on.
Yes, it's coming quick. I think this year it's coming quicker than it has any other year in the past.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, and I really think so much of that is driven by the weather lately.
I think so.
We've hit spring, but we haven't felt it. So now we've got just weeks away before the parade's going to be here, and it feels like it should be maybe at least another month, 2 months away.
Oh, exactly. Definitely.
Well, tell me a little bit about the festival. Let's talk about the theme. New theme this year.
Yes, new theme this year. We're celebrating the Muni's 100th. So last year we kind of looked around the city to see what we could explore, give a little bit different theme to the area, and found out that the Muni was celebrating their 100th this year. So they've partnered up with us and been extraordinary. 150% all in, allowing us to have all kinds of props and use of their logo, and really just celebrating the Muni as well for the 100th season for them.
Have you heard back from those who are entering floats into the parade, some of the themes that they're going to pull from the Muni? Do you have any hints you can give us?
They've all been very secretive this year, so I'm not really sure, but they were all very excited. We kind of gave them a list of the different shows in that over the last 100th year, and they're all like, okay, all right, I think I got it. I think I got it. So we're just going to have to wait and see till they roll down St. Francis Street.
Good. Well, 100 years for the Muni, and it's 156 years for our festival that first began in 1963.
56 years.
56
We're close.
Years. What did I say?
156. But
156.
I hope not to be here that long.
100 years
That's all right.
Because of the 100.
That's all right. So yes, 56 year. It's and it's been quite an evolution since the beginning of the Valley of Flowers.
Well, what should we expect this year? What's going on? Walk me through, if you can, the festivities starting Friday night. And going through Sunday.
So Friday night we have our two venues going. Knights of Columbus will have their venue with all the rides and music and activities and different games and things like that. That'll be at the Knights grounds. The Shrine will have their open house as well, so people can come and go and kind of take tours of the Shrine. And then the Egan Center will be in full swing. We'll have the circus. They start actually early that morning for the schools and that to come and visit, so we'll have shows on Friday for that.
Okay.
The ice rink there will have our vendor and craft fair as well. Got people from all over the area, all kinds of things to see, things to buy, as well as our food tent. So I think right now we're up to 18 different food vendors that are coming this year. So
Great.
Lots and lots of different things to choose from. The flea market will be there for the Old Town Partners. They'll have that inside the Egan Center. And just tons of things to do on Friday night. Let's go back and forth from place to place.
Well, at Friday night, I think we've seen this in the past at the carnivals. They've had a little bit of a discounted kind of ride price. Are they doing that again this year?
Yes, they will. So family night is Friday night. And I know in the past it had been Thursdays, but it's always Friday night now, and it's one ticket a ride.
Okay.
So yes, a great deal for the families here in Florissant.
And when does that open up? What kind of the time schedule?
I believe the Knights grounds is open at 4 o'clock on Friday. And this year they're going to be they'll have their opening time, and then our time to close is just going to be closing, just dependent upon volume and the amount of people in that are there, so they can really kind of allow everybody to really fully enjoy the grounds and not be too crowded and have any issues going anywhere they need to go to on the grounds.
We're going to stick with the family theme. So if you're under 18, you need to be with a parent.
Correct. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Well, if we jump forward and kind of talk about the parade a little bit, the queen candidates, those applications are all in. That's done, right?
Yes.
How many queens do we have entered?
We have 17 candidates this year, and I believe from off the top of my head, I think 5 different schools in the area. And we just got done with our candidate dinner this past weekend, so they were all initially introduced, and be looking for them out on our Facebook page for the Valley of Flowers. They're going to be featuring a couple of the girls each day, so everybody will get to learn a bit more about them before we actually see them come down on the floats at St. Francis Street.
And with the Queens come sponsors, and
Yes.
we all know this event can't happen without the sponsors, the businesses that are dedicated to the city of Florissant. Who are a few of the sponsors for these Queen candidates, or for the festivities in general?
So each girl has their own sponsor. We have various companies in that throughout Florissant that are sponsoring the girls. And this year, we're very blessed. We have quite a few sponsors this year for the entire event for the Valley of Flowers. Of course, City of Florissant is always, co-sponsor with us, help putting everything on. Knights of Columbus. Don Hennifer Jewelers, he does all the jewelry and the crown and everything for the court, and he also takes care of the candidates through the process. They all get some jewelry in that. Handyman True Value Hardware, Knights of Columbus, as I said, Missouri Arts Council and Regional Arts Commission. Of course, they work with the circus, get Zopi here,
Good.
and all the activities that are tied with that. Old Town Partners is also a big group that works with us. KB Electric, Councilman Joe Egan, Ward 3 this year, has done a lot for the girls. Fritz's Frozen Custard, Nimmons Wealth Management, Christian Hospital. There's still quite a few that are part of this event as well. But we really wouldn't be able to do everything we can do if we didn't have those sponsors.
Now, if there's any businesses or even organizations or groups that still want to get involved with either the parade or a booth or a tent or just a charitable donation, can they still do that?
Yes, yes.
Who would they reach out to? Yourself?
They would contact the Valley of Flowers office and speak with Kim Miller. She's our coordinator. And our number there is 314-837-0033. You can contact us on Facebook as well, or through the FlorissantValleyOfFlowers.com. And all of our applications and everything are online as well. And this year we have a mobile site.
A mobile site?
Yes, so you can go ahead and access FlorissantValleyOfFlowers.com through your phone.
Okay.
And everything you need to know about the Valley of Flowers for the entire weekend is all listed there. We have all of our times, all of our events, when the parade's going to be, what's going on at the Knights grounds. Everything is going to be able to be accessed through your phone.
Great.
So it'll be a nice
excuse
addition.
for missing anything.
Exactly. You're going to know where everything that is at. You're going to know who all of our sponsors are, who the candidates in that are, and what time everything is going to happen.
Good. And you mentioned, we always have to bring it up, the Zope Family Circus. They're going to be there Friday, and we kind of skipped forward to the parade a second ago to talk about what was going on Sunday, but they're going to have several shows on Saturday along with everything else that's happening at the Egan Center, which is probably one of the main venues for this festival.
Yes, yes. We've got Dr. Kaboom will be back, RW Magic, Bobaloo will be back with music. They're going to have their puppeteers. And yes, everything is free with the circus, so it's wonderful. We don't have the showtime schedules yet, but
Okay.
once we get those, they're going to be on our website, so you'll be able to know what time the shows in that are to bring the family out. And our Kids World activities, we've got pony rides again this year.
The Bubble Bus?
Bubble Bus. We've got the petting zoo,
Okay.
so that'll be back. And I believe House of Bounce, I think right now, we've got maybe 3 or 4 different bouncy houses that are going to be spread throughout the entire grounds there at the Egan Center. So lots and lots for the kids to do.
And those will be done with a ticket approach?
The House of Bounce, yes.
Okay.
As well, yes. Pretty much everything as far as that goes is going to cost a ticket, some form. I think last year they had some wristbands in that. You could do like
Okay.
an all-day type thing. We're also going to have, for the first year, a petting zoo of instruments. So
Okay. Tell me about
we
that.
have one of our local areas that are coming out, and they get kids introduced to string music.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're calling it the Instrument Petting Zoo. So they'll be able to try violins and cellos and violas in that, and kind of just see how all that works, and
great.
get some different interest in that. So a little bit different.
And I know when I've brought my children in the past, they've liked the craft table area where they can
Yes.
gather around, and they end up making, I think they did like a little wooden snake, and they like to scare each other with it during the day.
Yes, yes. We'll still have that as well. And I think
Good.
Christian Hospital, their outreach is bringing, I believe they're doing lunch bags this year. So they'll be able to go out and color your lunch bags and decorate in that. So yes, not everything's going to cost money.
Good. As in the ice rink in the past, there's been a garden center. Are they going to come back this year?
Yes, they are. Yes, they'll be there. And again, you want to get in line soon. Friday, I believe it's noon that they open up with the gardeners, and they'll be there all day Friday, and then Saturday, Hopefully there's things left. Usually there are, but you definitely want to get there and get in line and figure out what you want to take a look at and buy.
Last year he started talking about the, I think, 100 different varieties of tomatoes that he has. So if you're a tomato fan, that's definitely a good place to stop at. Huh?
Yes, yes, all kinds of herbs, all kinds of wonderful. I think last year, just even the hanging baskets, there were just so many variations. And if you've got full sun, if you've got shade, whatever kind of works with your house, there's something for everybody's home.
Good. We'll see. So we've covered Friday, we've covered Saturday. Sunday's mainly the parade, but there's always the crowning. What's the timing for the crowning on Sunday?
Crowning is going to be at 4 o'clock at the pavilion at the Knights of Columbus. So yes, we'll whisk everyone off of their floats at the end of the parade and have everybody set there at 4 o'clock, and we'll begin the crowning in that. And it's going to be a little different this year since the Muni's been so kind to us, and they've lent us a lot of their props from all the different shows. And we have 25 different photos from just the different Muni programs and plays that they've had. So we're going to decorate the stage a little different this year. So it'll be just a little bit added touch there for the girls.
Very good. Now, Laurie, tell me about the Pretty Baby Contest. Everybody likes babies.
So yes, so on the Egan Rink and the ice rink at the Valley of Flowers booth, we will actually have our Pretty Baby photo contest for kids that are 2 and under.
Okay. And
they have a personality as well as a judging of the photos in that there. So just come by and see who we have displayed up there. If you want to enter, you can contact the Valley of Flowers house, drop off your photo with your self-addressed stamped envelope if you want the photo back, and see the babies that are going to be on the wall at the Egan Center.
Cute. What else do we have going on? First responders?
First responders are going to be there this year, and we'll have the Florissant Police Department and the Florissant Valley Protection will be there. And they have, I think, the Bomb and Arson Squad that might be there. We're going to have the helicopter from Arch. I think the Highway Patrol might be there as well. So they're going to be along Waterford and doing some displays in that. We'll have the canines there. And I think there's a couple shows, one at, I think, 10 and 4 possibly on Saturday. And Eddie, the police dog, of course, everybody loves Eddie. So he'll be wandering around the grounds in that as well. And Volks March, again, they'll have that this year, so it's free. You can, registration is from 9 to 11, and it's just, you can walk from 9 to 11 as well. Just walk throughout town and that. It's just kind of showing off some of the Old Town area heritage and some of the homes and things along those lines. So you can go ahead and just come and sign up and go ahead and walk around. And then we have, forgot about the high school. High school always has their baseball games at Coke Park. Those are going to be on Field 2. We have games that start on Thursday, May 3rd at 7, Hazelwood West and Riverview. And Friday the 4th at 4 o'clock, Hazelwood East is going to be versing Hazelwood Central. And Friday the 4th of May at 7 o'clock, McClure is going to be versing McClure North.
Very good. And one event that we haven't talked much about yet, and it's a big attraction, especially to some of the guys out there, is the car show.
Yes.
So.
Yes. St. Francis Street, I believe they start lining up, I think, around 8 o'clock in the morning. So Old Town Partners, they have the entire street. You can see cars all the way up the top of the hill. They'll have music, and I think they have some vendors in that as well. So yes, it's, I think last year, I don't even remember how many cars they had. I couldn't even count after we got done walking around. So.
It's definitely growing every year.
Yes, it is.
And that's just where people like to congregate, and they do. You really do see everybody just start hanging out with these guys that own these cars. There's just something very very easy to do, easy to talk to.
Yes.
Because they love their cars.
Oh, yes.
You start talking to them, they don't stop.
No.
And who doesn't like to look and touch one of these cool cars?
Yeah, yeah.
What else? Has that covered pretty much everything for the festivities? Is there anything we've missed?
I guess just to close out the year for the Reigning Queen and Court. Again, it's May 4th, 5th, and 6th is our event. Crowning is going to be on the 6th of May, and we'll be also saying goodbye to our Reigning Queen and Court. Megan Pill is our queen, and our first runner-up is Morgan Keel. And we have our special maids, Sophie Capra, Erin O'Brien, and Mallory Sifford. So it'll be a bittersweet moment. They'll be very excited to be representing the city again in that, but we'll be saying goodbye to them at the crowning at 4 o'clock.
I know you've got to be looking forward to the beginning of this happening on Friday, and then maybe more so looking forward to Monday, when you can put some of the stress behind you, because we know you've worked so hard on it.
Oh, well, it's not just myself. There's 10 people on the board.
Okay.
So we start working the day after we're done with the festival, working into the next year, trying to get everything, resituated and relocated, and make updates and that to our applications and whatever needs to be done. But if I did not have the rest of the board with me, this definitely would not be something that would take place every year.
So you're telling me you're not going to relax on Monday?
No, we're probably not. Well, we have the Queen's dinner Monday as well. So for the new Queen in Court, we have our Queen's dinner that is graciously hosted by Lily Dumas in Commerce Bank. Cool. So so maybe Tuesday for a little while.
Maybe Tuesday.
The office is open Wednesday, so we'll be back Wednesday.
Well, we appreciate all that you and your team have put together for this festival. Like I said, it's a trademark event for the city of Florissant. I think probably the biggest spring parade anywhere within 100 miles.
I think so.
So thank you, Laurie. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks for going through this with us here and letting everybody kind of catch up and make sure that they are up to date with what is going on for this year's festival. I'm Russell Inman. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.